Hey y'all, it's me Bret, and I am here with a very special video. My buddy Mack here, Mack Holiday. We are gonna talk about some of our favorite holidays in October. You can check out Mack Holiday on Holiday What TV on his channel on YouTube. What's up, Mack? Tell people what exactly you do.
Thanks again for having me here. I appreciate it, and I'm very much a person who loves to celebrate, and I realized many years ago there are all these daily fun holidays, some of which are very meaningful and profound, like awareness holidays, and some of which are quirky and bizarre and silly. And I want people to wake up every day and check my channel out across all social media platforms and to find out why they might celebrate today, because there is a reason to celebrate every single day, and I want to give people that joy and that laughter.
Yeah, so we each chose holiday days that are designated through the next 2 weeks, and we're gonna just talk to each other about it and find out what it is, because, you know, as you guys know, what I love is people. I love knowing more about people, finding out about people, connecting with people, and what better thing to connect with people over than holidays?
Okay, I'm gonna start off kind of just cute and fun. So on October 6th, we have National Noodle Day, and I was curious, Bret, if you have a favorite kind of noodle and how maybe you like it to be prepared with, like maybe a sauce, maybe you like an Italian versus an Asian noodle. I don't know, I'm curious.
I would say I tend to be more of a Italian pasta kind of guy. I never crave Asian noodles. I'm never like, ooh, if I could just have ramen. But I do crave like a garlic tomato sauce on a penne pasta or penne alla vodka. I mean, I love like a hearty. I'm not a vegetarian, so I like to have like some meat in there. Last night we had to say goodbye here at work to a wig. One of the girls wore a wig, and we called it Noodles.
You called the wig Noodles?
So, because it kind of looked like Noodles. They went around and we all tried on the Noodles wig, and I got a lovely photo with her. Goodbye, Noodles. So I went to October 1st, National Book It Day. I now have friends who always wore these t-shirts that said book it, and I always thought it was a play on words, like book it, like book the job. Because we're always, as actors, trying to book work. Then I found out, because of you, that there's National Book It Day, which, ironically enough, is sponsored by Pizza Hut. Yeah, you can go to bookitprogram.com. It's like the Pizza Hut sponsors it, but it's like to get more kids reading in schools, and so teachers can have the Book It program in their school, and you know they also have assistance, you know, like a program for parents. Tell me, do you like to read a lot, or what kind of books do you like to read, if you like to read?
Yeah, really important holiday. I love to read. I would say lately I consume my books via audio. I do audiobooks all the time, especially non-fiction varieties, you know, motivational books where I just like to kind of keep my brain always kind of going and learning about whatever. And so I mostly listen now, I would say. I read, if it's a very powerful audiobook and it's changed me, then I definitely go ahead and buy. I should probably read novels a little bit more because I love them. I don't take them in as much though.
Well, so what's one book you could recommend right now to our viewers?
That's funny that you should do this, because one of my recent videos was the 3 books that changed my life. So a book that I would recommend right now, you know, I guess I always go back to this staple that changed my life last year, and this book that changed my life last year it opened up like the floodgates of a whole bunch of other books that this author recommended in her book, and that's You Are Badass by Jen Sincero.
Oh, I love that. Great recommendation.
It's gonna jump around October. On the 15th of October is Global Hand Washing Day. It's a global advocacy day dedicated to increasing awareness and understanding about the importance of hand washing with soap as an effective and affordable way to prevent diseases and save lives. I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. I'm curious about you. What are you in that department? How are you with washing hands? Talk.
I'm embarrassed to say that I'm not a huge germaphobe. I do live in New York City, and I do, you know, New York City is a very crowded, you're touching a lot of things that other people touch. which can get a little gross. So I'm pretty thoughtful, but I only really wash my hands, after I use the bathroom, of course, and before eating or preparing food. But what's great is at work, we have a lot of hand sanitizers everywhere. So I'm constantly hand sanitizing, but I'm not obsessive about it like some people I know.
And I think that's actually great, and I think you should be very proud of that, because it's probably, ironically, a lot better for your immune system to not care so much, because people say that it kind of weakens your immune system the more you are always washing. And how often do you get sick? Are you that guy who can you handle the doorknob, walk out the door, and hold it with your actual bare hands?
No. I'll either use my pinky or I'll use like an elbow, because that freaks me.
Okay.
And I don't flush. I don't flush with my hands either. I flush like with my elbow or a foot, depending on.
This guy is saying to all of us, he's not a germaphobe, but I don't know. I'm sensing a little germophobia happening, just a tiny bit.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just now acknowledging this. October 3rd is National Temperance Day. Temperance, sort of being about going dry and not drinking alcohol. Of course, this Temperance Day started, people started this movement during the Revolution, but it got really big during Prohibition. If you were going to celebrate National Temperance Day, what would it mean?
I'm thinking this is the same holiday. I think this is the holiday where you have to be sober for the day or something, I think. So
Yeah.
for me, and you're sober, yes?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's hard because I have to drink like my glass of wine or two every night, which I could totally do. It's not like a problem or anything. But if I had to be temperate, if I had to be sober with something in my life, I think it would be like social media. Like that would be really healthy to, and I'm not obsessed. If you follow my social media stuff, I'm not on as much as I probably even should be. But the phone is always in my hand. I'm always looking. And actually this is really interesting, but I don't know if this is entirely analogous, but I would like to one day, to observe the Sabbath. Like I would, because having 24 hours a day where you are technologically, you're just gone from all of it, just has to be like a recharge. It has to be so healthy for the mind and the body, and that for me would be the ultimate thing. Like having like a Temperance Day once a week, which I guess would be kind of like a Sabbath, just to get rid of all technology stuff. October 13th is International Day for Failure, or their website just says Day for Failure, it doesn't have an international. So I don't know if I properly vetted this one. But anyway, Day for Failure is the best day to show some stupidity, error estimation, awkward moments, and other fails to the world. Let's celebrate our shortcomings and failures. I'm curious, Bret, are there any failures in your life that just kind of come to your head right now that you're perhaps really grateful for because it got you to where you are today?
Yes. Failed relationships. I had a couple long-term relationships with people, very early, like when I was, newly out of the closet, and we just threw ourselves into it and talked about marriage and all that stuff. And I'm so glad none of that happened, because then I wouldn't have met Steven, and I don't know that I'd have the career that I'd have today if I hadn't let those things fail. But failure is a funny thing. What defines failure? Because everything's just an opportunity to me.
The universe is working in ways we don't understand why, and there's a reason for whatever. If we're truly living in the moment, and we're not thinking ahead, then it's not a failure.
Exactly. Everything's just information for the next step. October 11th is National Coming Out Day. Oh, it's also, funny enough, it's also You Go Girl Day, which I think is ironic. It's like you come out of the closet and everyone's like, you go girl, all on the same day. But I'm curious, you and I know each other slightly personally, so I know that it's something that you're passionate about, is speaking up as an openly gay person. What was coming out for you like?
This year, I feel like I understand my purpose in ways I never did before, and how I am to serve. And one of those things is that I want to educate, and I want to remind and be an advocate for people who are keeping something really held inside and later in life, and that it's not too late to tell the world who you are, what it is that you are most ashamed of, because guaranteed you're not the only one. There's probably millions of others just like you out there. And that thing that you are most ashamed of, and it need not just be sexuality. It could be anything. It could be your, I don't want to like just name a bunch of things, but whatever it is for you that you are ashamed of is why you are here and how you are to show to people that you can overcome it and that you can be a voice for that thing. And so for me, coming out of the closet super late in life to the majority of people in my life at 39 years old, and I'm gonna do a video for National Coming Out Day and talk, well, I actually have quite a few things planned for October in regard to this holiday, and also it's LGBT History Month. You need to talk to people about celebration and about the fact that it's not too late to tell the world who you are in regard to whatever it is. And I want people to know that, and I can talk about that for a long time, but that's that.
I love that.
Okay, so speaking of October 11th, probably on your list as well, National It's My Party Day is the very same day. Talk about like all holidays that come together. It's like Coming Out Day, which is a party, You Go Girl Day, which, you know, it's like a party, whatever, and It's My Party Day. So if you had to have the most, if you just had to just create in your mind the most amazing party that Bret could throw, who would be there? What would it be? I'm dying to know.
I would shut down Disneyland just for myself. I would invite every person I've ever met who I like. And we would, at 5 p.m. and go until 2 a.m. And the whole day, Mickey Mouse would be my escort. And and we'd have access to all the food, as many Mickey bars as you want, as many churros as you want. And at the end, there'd be fireworks, and the fireworks would just write the word Bret in the sky.
I mean, that sounds like a little bit of heaven. If you had to invite one person there who you don't know.
Oh, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, that's interesting. You know, I guess I love Sandra Bullock. So, like, why Sandra Bullock? Just huge fan?
I'm a huge fan. I've always been a huge fan. Like, if I ever meet, like, I'm gonna cry right now just thinking about it. Like, if I ever meet Sandra Bullock, I don't get starstruck with people, but for her, there's something, I mean, I used to, like, I don't know what it is. I think that she and I are like two halves of the same something. And like in a past life, we were best friends or married or something. And ever since I was a kid, ever since I was like 15, I remember seeing her in her first movie, and I was just enamored by her. And I feel like she and I are very similar personality types. I don't know. And I used to have dreams. That she picked me up at my house in a limo, and we went shopping at the mall together in Texas. This is like in high school, and it was none of it was sexual, none of it was romantic. It was just like we're besties, and we just get to hang out all the time. And I want her to come meet me at Disneyland for It's My Party. This was so much fun.
Yes, it is so much fun to talk with you and do this collab. I just really had a good time.
Oh, good. You're awesome. I feel like I've learned so much today. And I can't wait for us all to celebrate the next 2 weeks. You guys all have the tools you need. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know how you enjoyed this video and what holidays you plan on celebrating this month besides Halloween. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, check out Holiday What TV on YouTube. Give him a subscribe, give him a like. I'm gonna link all that stuff below, and make sure you celebrate every day. Right, Mac?
Exactly. Thank you, Bret. I appreciate it. Yay, happy holidays!
Happy holidays!